Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to Sunvaad, where we are going to explore the power of storytelling and its impact on our life. I'm your host Ata Fatima, and today we are joined by Dr. Ayush Keshri, the CEO of Human Library Cafe. So, sir, my first question to you is, sir, what inspired you to start the Human Library Cafe?
Okay, thank you for asking this question and thank you for having me here today. Human Library Cafe is a space where we believe human as a book. Uh, I actually did a 7 year of research and realized, and that's one of the Times of India report also say, I'll quote it, it says 42% of Indians suffer from depression. What does it mean? It means every second person is on depression. And that makes me to bring Human Library Cafe on the place. What Human Library Cafe does actually, it brings people together, could communicate and share stories. Due to phone into our hand, into individual screen which we have in a phone, which actually exclude us from the society. How it does it actually, when you're at home with your phone, you rarely talk to people. So how we any relationship becomes stronger when we communicate, when we share a story. For example, if I go home, I sit by my mother, I share my days, what happened today in the morning, in the office, in the daytime, while coming back to office. And then my mother shared to me what happened today at home, what she already did. But now what happens, my mother will be busy at her own phone, I'll be busy with my phone, we won't communicate. And this relationship is weakening day by day. Any relationship, if you see, all cases of separating families, individual families, or divorce cases, been increasing day by day. One reason is that we could not communicate. I remember I was in an event called Slush in Delhi. I met one investor. She is in high-end profile, investing in a lot of startups, we having 100 crores of revenues in different ways. She told me, can you make my husband talk to me? This is really surprising. Can somebody can come and ask, can you make my husband talk to me? This is a real problem. So what Himlary Cafe does actually bring people together where phones are not allowed. We do event particularly in different cities in different ways in the collaboration of cafes, and we host this event when we do not allow people to talk on phones or communicate through phones. We do play a lot of games there. It's more about learning about you, sharing your stories, and by building connections.
Okay. So, my next question to you is, sir, how do you approach education and community development, and what innovative method have you found to be the most effective one?
Being a storyteller, I see the purpose of education is to impart awareness or educate you to help to learn something. Storytelling is the best way to do that. Why is it so? And I see whenever you're a teacher, when you teach something, when you go in the classroom and dictate your lesson or tell students what to study and then, if you do that in a story form, students will be more engaged. And a purpose of educating children, teaching children is they should get something out of my class. And they should retain it here. When you do in a random tone, in a classroom tone as a teacher, as a faculty, what happens there, many of students may not take interest in listening you. You may speak very great sense. You may communicate very effectively as well. But because they're indulged in some other activities, may not listen you. What storytelling does actually, telling, first bring people in the present. Because if you in a story, you will listen the story first. You won't think here. Second, once you go out of your class, story remains here.
Yes.
So whatever concept have been taught in the class will be remain here, even if you do not revise it. And the third, story does magic to yourself. How it does? When you listen a story, it creates some certain set of emotion in your body, which aspire you to be in present. At the same time, it aspire you to believe in what is happening at that moment. So our purpose it gets sold. We want student to educate,
Yes.
want them to have learned something. Story does that. It is difficult job. Many of people who ask me how one could be a storyteller. I always ask, have you ever lied in your life? कभी झूठ बोला है आपने? हम सब ने झूठ बोला है.
Exactly.
और जब when you lie, what you do? You act, right? This is your own script. Somebody or some from other background, people won't tell you what you need to speak. You create your own stuff. That's the story you tell to people. You're already a storyteller.
Okay, thank you. Do you believe in a short-term and long-term planning? What are the short and long-term plans with respect to your initiative of engaging with students?
I firmly believe in a short-term and long-term planning. And I also believe whenever you have plans ready, you go in a direction. So there has to be direction where you would like to move. It helps you to be in a position to move forward that way. Yes, it is very important. And I do have my short-term plans and long-term plans. But many times what happens in life, when you plan for yourself, life is something planned for you. And may happen many a times, your plans may not work and the God's plans is better than yours.
Exactly, yes.
So also I believe being a storyteller, living in the present. So I have my plans, but if something comes in between, I do not get into stress or depression or something into negativity. I always accept it and then firmly believe into the idea which is going on and I believe into it. In It to Manage initiative, I feel awareness regarding storytelling and communicating is lacking nowadays. People do not share things. So last year, I started this yatra called Story Yatra. As of now, I've explored more than 100 cities and 12 states in India. Interacted with more than 60,000 students around India. This year, I have my plans to extend to more students. And only purpose is to make students aware how story can help them to express their ideas and connect with people.
Okay, so my last question to you is, sir, what message would you like to give to the listener of Sunvaad?
I would like to request each one of you who will be listening or watching this podcast, share stories, connect to people, and whenever you are at a home, at your own personal space, at least for an hour or half an hour, keep your phone aside and talk to people. What happens, two lines, one Hindi poem which I have written by myself is that वो कल मेरे पास ही बैठा था बहुत मुस्कुरा रहा था. वो कल मेरे पास ही बैठा था बहुत मुस्कुरा रहा था, आज नहीं पता ऐसा क्या हुआ उसने ऐसा कुछ कर लिया. मतलब the only sentence is the one person who did suicide, attempted a suicide, was laughing and smiling yesterday while he was sitting with me.
Yes.
But I don't know what happened today in his life which bring him to here. So I feel ऐसा नहीं कि किसी एक दिन में एक टाइम में this happens. This goes there. That we did not know it because we did not communicate. We did not share. We did not ask क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में. We never ask also. Many times आप जब घर जाते हैं तो आप लोगों को गारंटेड ले लेते हैं अपने रिलेशनशिप को. वो समझते हैं कि हाँ वो तो खुश है, वो सब कुछ अच्छा चल ही रहा है उनके लाइफ में. और कई बार वो हेजिटेट कर रहे होते हैं, वो शेयर नहीं कर पाते हैं आपसे. उनको लगता है आपको परेशान क्यों करना. तो द ओनली रिक्वेस्ट इज़ टू घर पे 1 घंटा बैठे अगर तो फ़ोन को आधे घंटे के लिए या 1 घंटे के लिए बाहर रखते हैं, बाहर अपने दूर रखते हैं और शुड टॉक टू पीपल अपार्ट फ्रॉम योर which is their personal interest. So talk about themselves. What is going in your life? Tell me. What happened today? And every fathers, last, because the students there, every father should also talk to their children.
Exactly, yes.
They should share stories to connect and stay there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
With this positive note, we are going to end this episode. Thank you, sir, for your sharing your life experience and your inspiring story with us. We are grateful for your time today. Till that, stay tuned and keep listening to Sunvaad.